Hi guys, how are
Hi,
you?
Alicia. How you doing?
I'm fantastic. Congratulations on this. I've been
Thank
having
you.
so much fun watching my screeners. It's so much fun. I think people are really gonna like this.
Ah, that's great. I hope so.
Yeah, my first question was for Anson. You do such an amazing job of like channeling the essence of Johnny Rotten, which
Ah,
is,
thanks.
I imagine, would have been really hard to do. Because
Yeah,
he is a unique and human being.
yeah.
Is it like to play somebody that iconic? Is it really hard to capture that or really easy because he is so iconic?
What makes it easy is if you're an actual fan of that person, which I am of him.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if there was a huge amount of pressure, I won't lie, and I
Yeah.
felt a massive responsibility to satisfy his fans or even satisfy people that don't like him. He's so famous, whether you love or hate him, everyone has an opinion on him. And to satisfy him, I just really wanted to do him the justice that I believe he deserves. But what I could always rely on is that I was doing everything from a place of love, every decision I made in my
Yeah.
performance, because I am a true fan of his. So if I was ever worried about anything that was going on, I'm doing it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
There's nothing negative going on here. So yeah.
Yeah. And then, Jacob, for you, this was your first like major role. What does it feel like to work with somebody like right out of the gate, like Danny Boyle?
It was amazing. It was wonderful. Yeah, I mean, I was a big fan of like stuff like the train spotting when I was growing up, and it was I mean, I'd never really it never crossed my mind that I'd ever be doing anything like acting, because I've always been a musician and yeah, and so the opportunity came along, and it wasn't until I was in the room with him that it suddenly hit me. I was like, oh my God, that's Danny Boyle. I'm doing an interview with and
Yeah.
at which point I think I thought at the time I totally balls the last stage of the interview thing up, and I was like, oh, I'm not going to get it now. But then I did. I was very, very lucky. I'm very, very grateful to be part of a project of people who are working at such a high level, and I learned lots and lots.
And you mentioned that you were a musician before this. Do you actually play drums?
I do a bit. I'm more of a guitarist actually, but I had a basic
A
understanding.
very good one.
Yeah, thanks. Anson.
Well, it's very
I mean,
Sex Pistols. It's very like you play this instrument, but I'm making you play that instrument now. So now
Exactly.
yeah,
Always contrary.
I had a basic understanding of the drums, but I had a really great tutor called Paul Clarvis who came in and kind of whipped me into shape. So yeah, it was great. Loved it.
Yeah. And then, playing these kind of, such incredible characters that really kind of just threw two middle fingers up to, kind of every, structure and system and institution. Is there something kind of really freeing about being able to play those characters? And do you find that it's kind of changed the way you carry yourself in your own life now? And this question's for both of you.
Absolutely. You've just summed it up perfectly when you said, is it freeing? It's absolutely liberating, the kind of the punk attitude that I'm taking away from playing this character. I've just learned to always say yes to invitations and to not care about what people think about what I wear or what I want to listen to, the same way that our characters didn't. And it's so liberating and so freeing.
Yeah, it's been great because I've always listened to sort of punk when I was in my sort of early teens and stuff, and hadn't listened to it that extensively for a while. It was great kind of diving back into that world, and I'm listening to the Clash and the Pistols and the Stooges again. Yeah, it's great. It's like reliving bits of your teenage years all over again. Yeah.
It kind of feels like too, like the younger generation now is almost the second wave of punk, where they kind of, Gen Z kind of wants to tear down the system and institutions, but in a different way. Do you feel like this coming out now, this series coming out today will kind of resonate on a different way with people because of kind of the era we're living through right now?
I'm really interested to see what people will take away from it. I mean, for me, I think this story will always be relevant throughout history. That's why the Sex Pistols transcend time, and that's why they're so unique and so special, because at their very core, they're five working class boys that weren't supposed to succeed. Society was against them, and they went and revolutionized music and fashion forever. So, I'm just really excited for them to inspire a whole new generation.
Yeah. Jake's like, that's well said. Good. Yes, I agree with that.
Covered it.
Well, thank you so much, guys, again, and congratulations. And I'm really looking forward to people seeing this. So
Thank you
it's
so much.
fun.
I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah.
I did. I loved it. So
Thank you.
yeah. Well,
That's
thanks so
great.
much.
Cool. Thanks, Alicia. Have a nice day.